What is going on, YouTube people? Well, Journey Together release day has come and gone. Recording this one Saturday or actually late morning. Yesterday was the official release day on Journey Together, and just like clockwork, the pre-order prices did not hold. Now, I didn't get quite as low as I thought they were going to. I think they bottomed out on eBay around 220-ish. TCG Player got down to 230 for a hot minute. Like I said, as of time of recording, booster boxes are currently sitting at about 240 on TCG Player, and around, you can get them easily for 230 on eBay with either low shipping or free shipping. There's even been a couple to pop up. A decent chunk lower than that. Here's one that went for 200. Ignore these ones at MSRP. That's just people playing games. But plenty available around the $230 mark over on eBay. And like I said, TCG Player currently sitting at $240. Like I said, I thought they would sneak down to 200 to 220. So they went down, but not as low as I thought they would. So I'll take a partial W on that one. ETBs also came down a ton. These were 120 pushing 130 right prior to the release, and they are now down to about 80, give or take. So those had a drastic price shift down. Once again, you can see, as always, on release, this stuff falls as supply hits the market. Now, the key question is, how long does it stay at these prices before it starts to tick back up again, if it does? I assume that it will, but we'll see. I think Destin's Rivals existing and being a known thing could impact Journey Together price velocity a little bit, because a lot of people are going to be looking ahead to Destin's and being like, hey, I need to set money aside for that. Like, would I rather go crazy on Journey Together, or do I want to save my war chest for Destin's Rivals? Because obviously that set is probably going to go absolutely crazy. So that could potentially slow things on Journey Together. I expect booster boxes to probably sit in the 230 to 240-ish mark. I don't see them flying up. And a big part of the reason for that is, and I'm not the biggest singles guy in the world, but from everything I've seen, heard, listened to, looked at on the secondary market, it appears that the set is just fine. It is not like, oh my god, this is a 10 out of 10 banger. It's just a fine set. It is not a bad set. It is not a all-time banger set. It is a perfectly fine set. Surging Sparks is viewed as a great set. People love it. There are big chases in it. There are high-dollar cards in it. And I don't want to put a whole lot of stock into the single prices on Journey Together yet. It's way too soon to see what those things are going to settle in at. But when you factor in that a Journey Together booster box is $240 and a Surging Sparks booster box is $250, now those have come down over the last month. We got the Surging Sparks reprint, and either a combination of that and focus shifting to Destin's and Journey Together, prices have come down on Sparks boosters. They were all the way up at $265 at the beginning of the month, and they're down to almost $250 now. I just don't see a world, at least to me, now there is more supply of Sparks out there, probably, we don't know that for sure, but I just can't fathom buying a Journey Together booster box over a Surging Sparks booster box once people get what they need. Like, once this cycles through and the people that want the singles and want to rip packs and get whatever they need for their collections, their binders, their decks, whatever the case might be, once they have that locked down for Journey Together, I don't know that there is as much of a draw to that product compared to something like Surging Sparks. Like if you're talking about modern booster boxes and which one I would prefer to buy, there is no way I'm spending $240 on one of these when I could get this for $250. I just believe in the Surging Sparks list more than I do Journey Together. Now, the thing that we don't know, which, and there's no way to know this, I really hate to even speculate on it that much, that could swing things drastically, would be when they reprint Journey Together. And they will reprint Journey Together. When they get around to it and the next wave comes out, do they have the box topper? Are they enhanced booster boxes? Or was the enhanced booster box just for the first wave? If that's the case, that's a little bit of a different story, but I think I would still prefer Sparks overall. But that would make things a little bit more interesting if all of a sudden the reprint or the second wave, whatever it is, and that could be a year from now, who knows? So it could be a while before we know. If those boxes don't have box toppers, and all of a sudden if just the first print run had box toppers, that could make things a little bit intriguing. But that we have no way of knowing that. The only people that know that are the suits at Pokemon Center. So, and they're not sharing. But give me Sparks over Journey Together any day of the week. On the ETB side of things, it's kind of funny. Booster boxes have crept down over the last month. ETBs have actually crept up over the last month. They've gone from about $85 to about $95, a $10 increase, partially because these did not get reprinted. Booster boxes did. Booster bundles did. ETBs did not. The ETB in this case is the collectible, and that is a nice looking ETB that displays very, very well. And that did not get a reprint. So you could kind of see that playing out in real time. But those are going for about 100. Journey Together are going, ETBs are going for about 80. Once again, I would rather, if you're just buying it to collect the ETB, that just depends on what you need for your individual collection. If you're a sealed hoarder on mainline sets, I want the booster boxes. I really don't want ETBs, unless it's a PC ETB. That's obviously a whole different story. I'm just talking regular old ETBs. I, generally speaking, strongly dislike ETBs from standard releases. If you want one or two for your wall, for your collection, whatever, for me, it just personally comes down to a space thing. Storing a case of ETBs is a nightmare compared to a case of booster boxes. It's just way easier. And then heaven forbid, if you ever sell and you have to ship the damn things, shipping a bunch of ETBs is a pain in the butt. I'll do it for PC ETBs because of the unique nature of them. But for regular ETBs, I really don't want to deal with it. But it is clear the ETBs, even in their base non-exclusive form, are extremely collectible. It's almost like a whole separate thing. It's kind of a weird thing about Pokemon that you don't have in a lot of other places. There are people that play the game. There are people that collect the cards. There are people that collect graded versions of the cards. There's some people that prefer raw because they want it in binders. There are people that hoard sealed. There are people that collect just ETBs. They just want one ETB or a couple ETBs of every release because they make great display pieces. There are people that collect the PC ETBs. And there are people that actually collect booster boxes like the ETBs. They want them to display. They want to put them on a shelf and line a room with them or line bookcases with them, whatever the case might be. And I think, and this, we've seen this play out over the years, I think on the sealed side, don't underestimate, though I don't want to deal with it because of the space issues and the shipping issues, don't underestimate the people that just collect the sealed ETBs. because they are driving the market on some stuff. And you could see it plain as day here with Sparks. Sparks boosters got reprinted. The prices have come down slightly. ETBs did not. The prices have continued to go up. And if you just wanted to rip packs, you would go here, or you could go to booster bundles. This, the actual box itself, is the collectible in this case. So just file that one away. As always, curious for your thoughts and comments down below. We will catch you boys and girls on the next one. Peace.